Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I proudly introduce our first contestant for the afternoon, Mr. Lindsay Warner from Brockhampton.
Family and friends, ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today for this most auspicious occasion to witness the union between Playford House and one very special buyer. Now, some may say that an auction is a bit like a wedding, a day of high anticipation. But in the audience, there are family and friends in attendance. There's also many people who you do not know. And over the journey, you would have received a fair amount of advice from people who you do know and a substantial amount of advice from those who don't. But after some months, weeks and days, the big day is upon you. And the auctioneer is a bit like the celebrant, about to offer some words of advice to a very attentive audience, touch upon some legal requirements, and then ask if there's any questions or objections as to whether this couple should be bound legally together till death do they part. Well, my name is Lindsay Warner, your auctioneer from Harcourt's Brock Williams, and welcome to today's auction. I'd like to thank the vendors. The presentation of their home has been outstanding both today and during the marketing program. And in a few moments' time, I'm going to facilitate your bidding as we give one lucky purchaser the opportunity to say, I do, and secure this outstanding property in the leafy and quiet precinct of Glen Osmond. However, before the vows are exchanged, I do need to touch upon the legalities. And they are as follows. Any person may bid in person or by their proxy subject to the conditions of auction. All bidding is subject to a reserve price and subject to the reserve price being reached or exceeded. The highest bidder at or above that figure becomes a new owner of the property. As a vendor's representative, I can make up to 2 vendor bids up to, but not including the reserve price, will announce them as a vendor's bid. I reserve the right to sign the contract on behalf of the vendor or purchaser, resolve any disputes. And of course, there is no bidding after the fall of the hammer. Once you are successful, we ask you to come forward, consummate the relationship by signing the contract, and then pay the specified and the agreed deposit. Calling off rights do not apply here today, and of course you will have an insurable interest as per the risk clause within the contract. We offer all the land as certificate of title 58, 43, folio 247 and 248. Inclusions, well, they are exactly as specified in the contract, and the exclusion, they are exactly the same, specified in the contract, but I will point out 2 of them. One is the refrigerator in the garage, well, that's not included. And of course, that beautiful fountain, the family heirloom, which has been pointed out to registered bidders, is excluded from the sale as well. Settlement's been laid down for the 21st day of June 2013, and on that day you receive the keys to your magnificent property. Are there any questions or objections before I proceed with the next part of today's ceremony?
Yes, excuse me, Mr. Auctioneer. I spoke to the neighbour on the southern side who couldn't be sure that the fence is on the true boundary. What guarantee can you give me that the fences are on the true boundary?
Thank you for that very astute question. All I can say, I'll give you no guarantees or warranties other than to say we're selling the property exactly as per the title and the dimensions on that documentation, which by chance have been on display here for the last 30 minutes. I can only give you that assurance. Best of luck indeed with your bidding here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, I notice on page 1 of the R3, it suggests that I make an inquiry about bushfires. What should I do?
Make inquiries about bushfires. Thank you very much for your question here today. But I can give no warranties or guarantees regarding the length of the fire season, other than to say, hey, what a beautiful view here you have of the city and the smoke that may go across it from time to time.
Mr. Auctioneer, I note there are 2 significant trees on the property. The owners of the Burnside Shopping Village have asked me if I'm successful here today, can I sell them one of their trees because theirs is dying?
Yeah, I know. And how sad is that? the end of the day, it's a significant tree and you need to comply with all legislation in regard to that. Any movement associated with significant trees needs to go through the correct authorities, and I can only say you're buying the property as is. If you wish to do something with the trees after that, then I'll suggest you seek the proper advice. Thank you very much. Will you be bidding today?
Possibly.
Bidding today, madam? Sir, bidding?
Absolutely.
One absolutely and two maybes. That's a good start. Consider this. They say that there's a substantial amount of cranes above the city landscape. It's indicative of a very strong economy. Well, at the present time, there are more cranes above the Adelaide CBD than there have been in the last 30 years. Another fact, at the present time, the population of the Adelaide CBD is around about 22,000. And this is expected to skyrocket over the next 15 years or so to over 40,000. And that's what makes this home in Glen Osmond so special, because classic homes on large traditional pieces of land continue to attract considerable interest. Now, there is a proliferation of apartments and penthouses just down the road, and that is a lifestyle decision for the up and coming. But for me, you can't go past good old, rock-solid, terra firma, some 1,775 square metres of premium real estate on 2 titles, which continues to underpin the long-term and short-term value, security and investment in this property. And that's just the real estate, the home itself. This home is magnificent, 520 square metres of classic space, arches, domes and pillars, soaring ceilings, an expanse of parquetry floors and the staircase. Imagine this, the father of the bride walking his daughter up those stairs into the central ballroom, or vice versa, walking her down from the great hallway into the reception in those award-winning gardens. That would be a match made in heaven. And of course, all the guests, plenty of off-street car parking spaces, but more than that, the driveway is that large. You get your Winnebago, do a 3-point turn and reverse it into its own garage. This property has been inspired by the Michelangelo Renaissance period. It gives the impression that it's been there for over 500 years, but it's just 10 years old. But I can assure you with straight confidence, this property will be standing proud and tall for another 500 years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you security, I give you strength, and all I ask in return from you is your commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in your hands. An opening bid and offer, please.
2.125 million.
2,125,000. Good, solid bid, sir, and I thank you for that. And number 72 at 2,125,000. Confirm that.
And a quarter.
And 50 now. At 2,150,000 and 75. At 2,175 and 2.2 if you like. At 2,175 I've got. Here on the left-hand side, your bidding number, please, madam. 2,175, just confirm me. Well, you can throw yours up as well. Number 8?
25.
2,175, that makes it 2.2, round me to 2.3. At $2,200,000. Good bidding at this stage. All 4 of you in it. At 2,200,000.
I'll give you 2.5.
2.5. Good, solid bid, sir, and welcome again, and thank you for the question.
I'll give you a quarter.
2.525, thank you. Perhaps 2.6 is the next one. At
What do you think?
2.6. Happy to work with you, number
yes,
22.
2.6.
2.6, thank you. Now looking for 2.7. At $2,600,000. On my right-hand side, you in, madam? In or out? Richer for poorer? First call. At $2,600,000, take a 50. Can I suggest that for you? At $2,600,000, once, twice.
Quarter.
2,625, good bid again, and thank you again. At 2,625 and 2,650 if you like. At 2,625.
2.7.
2.7, another strong bid. He wants to be in
20.
front. 2,720. Thank you at 2,720 and perhaps 2.8 at this stage, sir.
At 2.8.
2.8, good bid.
10.
At 280.10. At $2,810,000. Perhaps 2.9, a big one, sir. You seem to like the big numbers. 2.9. Thank you at 2.9. At $2,900,000 and perhaps round me to 3 now. Small change indeed for this beautiful home at $2,900,000. First call. Ladies, your time, your moment, your date with destiny at $2,900,000 on my right-hand side. Once. Twice.
I'll give you 5.
$2,905,000, madam.
5.
10. 9, 10. 20 if you like. At 2, 9, 10 I've got. Looking for the 20. Once. Twice.
I'm here to buy $3 million.
$3 million on the right-hand side. Clearly bid with number 22. At $3 million on the right-hand side.
5.
And 305. At $3,005,000 and perhaps 10.
5.
10 on my right-hand side with 22. At $3,010,000. Perhaps 20 now. First call.
5.
15. At $3,015,000 on my left-hand side. At $3,015,000.
I'm sticking with this, Mr. Auctioneer. $3,050,000.
$3,050,000, sir. I like your big, bold bids. I'd like you ladies as well, but throw me one to me. At $3,050,000.
I'll give you another 5.
$3,050,000, your number is number 1. Got here early. At $3,055,000. At 55 we've got. Round to 60 perhaps. At $3,055,000. A bit on the move, ladies and gentlemen. Lots happening in Glen Osmond in this very quiet, leafy precinct. At $3,055,000, sir, I think we have an issue here. Do you mind at this stage? I don't want to chase him. He may come back. Can I revert back to you a bit at $3,050,000?
Yes.
Thank you at $3,050,000. And let's get serious about this, folks. I need you to hang around and sign the contract in a few moments' time. At $3,050,000 I've got. Round me to 60 now. First call at $3,050,000. Did I mention we're selling? This stage, he's holding the ring. You ladies have caught the posy again. At $3,050,000. Once, twice, third.
$3,057,500.
57. That's a good bid. I like those bids.
2,500.
Yeah, that'll make it 60. At $3,060,000. At $3,060,000 now.
2.5.
62.5.
15,000.
62.5. That'll make it 15 to make it 17.5. That'll be $377,500. First call then. Sorry, madam, that was $17,000?
15,000.
15,000, that's 17.5, that's 77.5. At $3,077,500.
3.09.
3.09, that's $3,090,000. You've saved me again, sir.
2.5.
2.5 and 92.5. At 92.5, $3,092.5. In the middle now. 92.5, 3.1 and 5. At 95, 97.5. At $3,097,000, round me to 3.1. At 97.5.
1,000.
2,000. 1,000. 78.5. 98.5. At $3,098,500. On the left-hand side at 98.
Mr. Auctioneer, will you simply sell it, please? 3.1 million, and that's it.
3.1 million at $3,100,000. I like your style. I like your stamina. First call at $3,100,000. I mentioned we're selling here today. No second chances. There was a movie called 27 Dresses or something like that, about bridesmaids over and over again. But I won't go there today because I think there's still a chance. At $3,100,000. Last chance. Last opportunity. Here on my right-hand side.
$250.
$250, madam. At $3,100,000 and $250. I think he's bringing the cash back because that's the $250 you're looking for. At $3,100,000 and $250, selling today. First call. Second call. Third, last, final call at $3,100,000 and $250. Last chance, last opportunity. We're selling. You're definitely out, sir. You're done. Madam, you're out. You're back in, but are you out, sir? Last chance at $3,100,000 and an easy $250. Once, twice, third, last, final call. Going, and sold. Congratulations. As I said, madam, we have to consummate the relationship by signing the contract. Please step forward. For the balance here, we appreciate the time you've taken here today. I will try and find another beautiful home for you for the balance if you enjoy the day, and thank you for your bidding and your attendance. Thank you.